Yo, what is good, everyone? It is George from For the Youth, and today I'm joined by,
Cooperr with two R's, so it's easier to search up.
hell yeah. Um, so for those who don't know, just introduce yourself.
So I'm from Chicago. I make rap music. I think it's pretty cool rap music. I like to use lots of different types of beats, um, from that sound like different types of artists, and I just like being really honest with my lyrics. Um, I mostly punch in, so it's mostly on the stuff, like on the spot stuff. So like that kind of helps with the honesty. But every once in a while, I like just write down funny words that rhyme, you
Mhm.
know? And like I'll just find a way to work them in. I was making I was 15. I was 14 or 15. No, I was 14. I was in high school and I was actually in the theater program,
Mm,
and it was an all boys school. So like the theater program was less of like what you would expect from that and more like just where the stoners congregated.
right.
Like it was just like the extracurricular they all chose. And there was this. I was a freshman. And there was this senior, and his name was Matt DeMaria, and
Mhm.
he it was 2016, so like SoundCloud was like the new thing. He was
Mhm.
the only one in our school who had made a song and posted it. And I think it did like 10K. So it was like better than fucking 100. Like to
Yeah,
anyone, like, over 1,000 at that time was like mind blowing.
yeah.
And I was like, hey man, we were back. We had a scene at a rehearsal for a scene, and I was like, "Hey, man, why'd you do that? Why did you like make that song?" Did the scene and rehearsed it, and I got off stage and went to the little room in the back, and I started writing my first rap.
And then it looks like from the extensive research that I've done, you dropped your first project in 20 like last year, 2023. Um, how was that? Like, how was creating like your first project?
Technically, my first project was like when I was like, you wouldn't know this. Like you would have to do some like honestly like a creepy amount of research if you
Mhm.
knew. So like because I was under a different name and everything, and the SoundCloud isn't like I don't advertise it in any way. But there's like an archive of it of my older music from high school. It was all on Audacity. I had like a $50 microphone.
I
It was
got you.
not even close to what I'm making, which is ultimately why I made the choice to rebrand. When I was like, oh wow, I'm like actually kind of like getting good now. Like I was like, I should probably, just how rappers do it. Like they'll just like delete everything and then have a new name, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh look, his first song and it blew up. Like no, you've been
Yeah.
doing this for 5 years, bro. But
Okay. And then what do you call it? Who are your
holy
big
shit, I didn't answer your question. The time leading, I think I dropped that in like August, and the year like January, I dropped an EP, and I think on my birthday, May, I dropped an EP as well. And those were cool. Um, those were really cool, actually. I very fondly remember those. They're both tapes exclusively with other producers that I was personally friends with. So it's just a nice thing to reflect on and look at.
Yeah.
Um, but that first album, it actually went better than I thought. I think I got a little lucky. I think like looking back on it, it's quite a good body of work. And I don't know. I just was trying to keep the sound consistent yet diverse and saying some shit people wanted to sing along to. Yeah. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Then I was gonna ask you like who are some of your biggest inspirations or people that you kind of looked up to
Uh,
as a kid or yeah, that sort of stuff.
I was a kid. I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah, yeah.
uh, when I was a kid, I was listening to a lot of rock and roll, a lot of Pink Floyd, a lot of Journey, a lot of Led Zeppelin, um, some John Lennon and some Beatles, Nirvana, like a lot of rock bands, and it really helped me down the line when I mentioned I started paying attention to like how to make shit like just sound like pleasant songs that people want to sing. I look to them as inspiration. But then, 2016 happened. Um, Uzi, Cardi, 2019 and onward was like Lucky, and then Oliver Francis, Oliver Francis, Oliver Francis.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
Yeah. If you know, you know. If
Yeah.
you know, you know,
Yeah.
bro.
I know.
He's the shit.
He's tough. Um, okay, and then when did you start like getting tapped in with everyone in Chicago, in the Chicago scene? Because we kind of, there's like a little scene in Chicago. So yeah, I guess explain that.
Um. hmm. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. You could just grab that. My bad. We ordered a pizza.
No, no,
Um.
I could pause this. No worries.
Oh,
We can
sorry. That's
pause
right.
and then resume.
Um. Right on. I mean, actually, he's just gonna go grab
Oh,
it.
okay, okay, bet.
Oh fuck, man. Here, 1 second.
Bet, no worries.
It's funny he's walking out now because he's like one of the biggest reasons as to why I'm here. But like Glockzilla 513, he's just Glock to me. That's my fucking guy. And you know what? If it honestly, I could like just be on some like, oh, like I just started putting out music and people was rocking with me and fucking with me. But um, you know, I it was two like personal friendships that like really helped out because that like everything would stem from. I would say one was my
Yeah.
friend, producer Nate Got Smoke.
Okay.
Um, we just ended up working at the same place. Yeah, it was COVID when we met each other. I think it was like 21. I'm 90% sure it was 21. And yeah, no, we was just working and it. We kind of tell the story the same way because before we met each other, we were informed of each other. Like,
Mm,
oh, I'm gonna put you on shift with this Nate kid because he makes beats and he likes rap music. And oh, I'm gonna put you on shift with this kid Cooperr because he likes rap music and he raps. And like we met each other like, oh hey, yeah, what's going on? And I think it was like he asked me like, oh, you like listen to Can Can? And I was like, oh yeah, no, I actually fuck with Can Can. And he was like, oh, nice. And then we had something in common. And we just kind of went
yeah.
from there. That would be first. And then he introduced me to like Glock and Ace Santana, who introduced me to Stepdad. And then kind of on a completely other end of my life where it just oddly converged. And I went to college with Cole Grodson, the videographer. And at the beginning of every semester, you do the introductions and hi,
Yeah.
I'm a senior, I'm from here. Uh, I met I was just in a class with Cole and he was like, hey, do you said you make like music? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, well, if you ever need a video, like, let me know. And I don't know if he knew it, but like I don't know, like any rapper that was as small as I was at that time, that was like the ethereal heavens decided
No,
like, oh,
literally. Someone like
like
asked,
I'm like,
yo,
excuse me? Like you don't even like you haven't even heard a goddamn song. So he just like off the bat was showing some love. Um and then like he really ended up fucking with the music and like we would just hang out. We're just like friends. Like that's my guy.
that's hard. So far has been your favorite song to record?
To record,
Yes, yes.
I mean, that's a hard question because the majority of my songs are just I'm in my apartment obviously. They're just recorded right there, you
Yeah.
know. So that usually just like me alone, just existing. Um, Part of me. Just I'm just usually sitting here. So there's never too crazy of a process. Um, Sometimes I'll have Glock over. I'll have my friend Sleepy over, who also makes phenomenal music. Other times I'll be in the studio. One time, me and Nate were in the studio, and we were sipping, and that was a good time.
Sipping that that tryst, that walk, that purple, that red. Oh, okay, okay. Um, and then
Like
all right,
Lil Wayne.
so
But
is it actually vitamin water?
yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. I guess with the music or with, I guess you could say life even. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I just well, first off, I just want to always make music that on some level can connect with people. Um, or even if like maybe the specific thing I'm talking about is about opening the door.
Oh, yes, sir. Got that pizza. Where'd you get it from? Where's that from?
It actually just burned down.
Wait, what?
They always show love.
You can't leak the sauce, though. That's the problem because then people are gonna want to go. So you kind of
It
just got.
really is like Black just like went across the street and like grabbed the pizza. Yeah. Um, so can't talk to myself. But in 5 years, like I said, I always want to make music that people care about and that people can enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah, like also that just like fun songs people want to sing along to, dude. Like people want to hear good music.
yeah.
Like that's what I think about. Like if people want to listen to my shit, don't get obsessed in like what people care about. Always make music that is like you.
No, literally, bro.
Um, I always make music that's you, but don't just don't make like some rubbish, like some shit just
Some
like
rubbish. Some rubbish.
for real, man. Like make something that like the people want to sing along to. Good
Yeah.
songs that the good people can just like they feel it. Like you talking about something they're like I know about that. That's why
Mhm.
it's a little different. But you said it in such a slick way or in a way that just is just vague enough. Then they'll keep fucking with it. So I always want to do
Mhm.
that. Um, I don't know. Cool chain.
Cool,
Cool.
cool, cooler chain.
Yeah.
It's
That's
it's a
like
pretty cool chain though. I got the cross. It's a cool. It's that ice. It's that ice.
I
Um,
feel it's important to clarify that I have no affiliation with the Christian church in belief, nor actually in certain principle and morals and ethics and whatnot. I did one show. It was hosted by a fellow named Zad Boy. Shout out Zad Boy with an X in front. Uh, It was a great time. It was my first proper performance. I
how
had
did it
one
go?
really bad performance back in it, like really bad performance, man. Excuse me, not on my end. It
Mhm.
was a it was a trap house show. Like I think it was like 20, it had to been like 2019 or
Mhm.
something.
Mhm.
And like I said, it was no, I had just started getting on FL, so that was probably like 2020. Because like that was the point where I really started like realizing like, oh, it's not garbage.
Yeah.
Um, and the cops showed up right before my set, and
Damn.
like 75% of the crowd left because cops showed up.
That sucks, bro. It was like right before your set.
But then I did this other show, and I had a lot of folks pop out, and it was a great time. I don't. He doesn't want to
That's
eat next.
cool. That's cool.
It was a great time, and I love performing. So I'm definitely trying to get on more. I had a couple prospects fall through, but that's the music industry.
Is there, what I said, you have like a dream feature, dream collab, or do you not do dream collab?
Oh, I like doing collabs. Um, like how detached from reality are we getting here? Dead or alive?
Uh, fuck yeah, yeah.
Dead or alive? Probably Julian Casablancas. I think pre 2016 Kanye West. Who else, man? Come on. Oh, Jim Morrison. I'm tweaking, bro. Yeah, no, Jim Morrison would be sick from the Doors. You ever hear them? That'd
I
be awesome. I would love to like do some like cool songwriting shit. Like, I
yeah,
just got shit on him, but Kanye West does like he did the shit with that one rock star that I don't want to give a name to because he sucks. And it was a good song though. It was a great song. And he's done that with like Paul McCartney. Tweet, my bad.
yeah,
That was fire. I'd love to do some stuff like that. But I never wanna lose sight of the of rap and hip hop because that shit's like
gotcha. And speaking of like losing sight, would you ever move outside of Chicago, or would you always want to stay in Chicago, represent,
I want Chicago.
get out of Chicago?
What? Let me hold on. Chicago is awesome and it's home. I just recently took a trip out to California though, and
Yeah.
dude, it got me. Like it just fucking got me. Like have you ever been?
Yes, bro. Like
Like
for a
remember
short
like the
amount of
first
time,
time you
but
went
it was insane.
and like bro, it's just it thought the weather doesn't suck and like there's pine trees next to palm trees next to mountains next to deserts next
Bro.
to forests and it's just like
Yeah.
it does it's not all like Chicago. It's not all just like Midwestern plains if you like drive
Not
45.
literally, bro. It's like it's a whole world.
I
It's a whole fucking
think
world.
Atlanta would be cool. You just can't have a nice car in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay, okay. I got another question for you.
Yes.
Top three brands of all time. Top three favorite clothing brands of all time.
Clothing brands.
We'll do clothing. Yeah.
Um, I just got to give it to Chicago first. Half Evil, even though I just
I
took
knew
a
you were
trip.
gonna say that, bro. You had the half evil on. Like, I feel like, yeah. Hell yeah.
I think I got like three pieces now. I got like the red glow gang shirt. I got the bedazzled raincoat, and then I got this because
Bro. Wait, is that a jersey?
yeah, it's
That's
like a
hard.
half evil. Hold on, I'm not gonna show my
I'm
ass
finna do
on.
that Cardi, flip it around. Oh, it's fire. I
It
fuck with
should
that.
what fucking the font on the back with the threes. It looks like the like, Ghost Adventures, like the History Channel shows from back in the day. They're just like fake as
Oh,
fuck. Got
no,
some
that's
random like thing
crazy.
that's beeping. They're like, "Oh my god, guys!"
Crazy.
There's a ghost.
Um, fuck, dude. Yeah, it's hard. Shout out Half Evil. Uh,
Uh,
to him out.
Ralph Lauren, Polo. Like like high fashion gets into the artistic and the like avant-garde. In terms of like just designing like normal clothes that like normal people wear
Mm-hmm.
at higher price, but resale and then Polo Association or whatever the fuck. Not really the point. Point being like he probably did that. They all kind of just jacked Ralph Lauren. So Half Evil, Ralph Lauren in the same list.
That's crazy.
uh uh dude, I hate to say it, but Rick. No, I
So
don't hate to say
what?
it. Rick Owens.
Regardless. Nah, it's not bad. Like, that's probably like
Yeah.
favorite brand, bro.
I
People just
think
don't
he
want to
makes
say
like
it.
the best. I feel like Rick Owens is the Ralph Lauren of avant-garde, you know?
Right.
I feel like he's making like pieces that are like high end enough that like you could call them like, not just regular streetwear.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they're basic enough to where if you do have like a more high end piece, Rick usually kind of goes with a lot of stuff. So I just think in terms of yeah, I like normal clothes. You know,
Yeah.
that's also a reason I like Half Evil because it's Chicago and because they're just making cool shit. You know,
Yeah,
it's a
it's cool
it's a
shit.
thing.
It's not like over the top. It's not like
Yeah,
five
I think
thousand
that's a great
dollars.
way to put it. They're doing the most they can without hitting that point of like too much over the edge. Um, so yeah, I think like yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Shout out to them. Um, well, are there any is there anything else? I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, so far in your career, since you've started making music up until now, what would you say is your biggest like feat, biggest accomplishment?
You know what, man? I'm really proud to say that it's today. It's not like anything specific happened today,
Yeah.
but I'd say I think in 20 in like 2017 or whatever I started like
Mm,
actually releasing the music I was making. Um like I think I was getting like I think I maybe got I did two songs that was maybe 1,000 that first year. After that it
yeah.
was like 300 something. After that it was like 300 something. That did like 5,000, you know. Yeah, 21 I probably like did I think like 8,000 and then oh no, I'm getting the math wrong. Anyways, last year I did 14,000. So that was, my goal for this year. Okay, get more than 14,000. Um, and I just passed 14,000. So it's December. Holy shit! It's October 1st. Um, let's do a few more months on the calendar, man.
Now, what is your message for the youth? That's the
My
final question I have for you. Yeah.
Black, what's my message for you? Tell them the message for you.
Yeah.
Man, it's cool to be something like a plumber or like a firefighter, you know? It's cool to do something like a delivery job or working like at a school as a teacher. All that shit is like really cool. I feel like there's so much of a there's quite an overabundance of information available to everybody in
Mm,
ways that it hasn't been for ever. It's new. Like we
yeah.
are like first to experience the amount of social media and internet and audio visual content. Um, and everyone feels like they have to be something special. And you can try to do that, but within that you can get lost and you can end up being nothing. And I just want to say that being something that isn't such a lofty goal, that isn't so risky, like that's a cool way to live your life. Because there's lots of things that people that like me, like George, like we're going after like higher end stuff. We have goals, we have big dreams, and we're gonna work hard to get there. We're gonna make sacrifices to get there. That's not always gonna be fucking fun. And there's a lot of people that get lost in the sauce. You
Yeah.
can't have too.
Indeed. No, that's honestly like a great message. I feel like people need to hear
And
that
don't do drugs.
because yeah. Bro, is that gas talking or is that just I mean that came straight from the heart. I feel that though. That's a very good message. Um, because I feel like people always think they have to be the biggest, that I gotta do everything, like
There's folks literally losing their life because they're trying that hard.
as long as you have enough money to pay your rent and live,
Exactly.
I call that like a W, bro. Like if you can make money doing what you love enough, you don't have to be fucking Elon, but as long as you're making enough money, that's a W in and of itself. Um,
I
what else, bro? What else? Okay, one more thing. One more thing. We're gonna end this interview off. We got 5 minutes left in this Zoom call. What? Who are your top three favorite Chicago artist. We'll just do like underground, like people
Oh,
that. Yeah,
underground.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Um, because like no matter what, it's gonna piss people off. You know.
True, yeah,
I mean, like RC.
yeah.
Are
Wait,
you
wait, wait.
talking like maybe some underground rappers that are like getting bigger right now?
Yeah, yeah. We'll say that.
Uh, 13 Degrees, Chucky Wackham, and A Santana.
It's a solid. I like those three. Um, and then anything else you want to add before we end this bit?
Um, yeah, man, I just put out. Fuck, dude, I'm bad at this. I just put out 3 fucking albums, man. It's crazy. I decided to do a little bit something a little bit more ambitious this time around. You know, like I mentioned, I dropped uh 2 EPs,
Mhm.
2 LPs, one more EP. That might be a lie. That it might have been 3 EPs in the first place. Anyways, couple EPs and like two collections of music long enough to be considered albums that I thematically collected as so. But this recent stuff is like really something for everybody. I set it up in a way where like if you actually are a fan of me, you know, and like kind of who I am as a person, one of these albums will relate to me. Yeah, or excuse me, will relate to you in a sense. Like there might not be something there for you. And if that's so, you know, I wish you the best. Take it easy, smooth sailing. But I'm fairly confident that I represented myself very thoroughly throughout these 3 albums. The first one's very Chicago, very glow, very you know, 13, 14, even like some '08 Wayne type of
Mhm,
feature vibes
mhm.
on there. Uh not features. There's no features in the first one, but vibes and whatnot. Second one is kind of has the spirit of like a mixtape. It's a little bit more all over the place, but it does kind of, I'd say, just follow a traditional trap song, you
Mhm.
know, but songs I like. And then the last one I structured very much to be like a cloud rap album. Um, and that's just because that's what I love. Oliver Francis albums. It's Young Lean, Oliver Francis.
W.
Yep.
W. All right, bro. Thank you for tuning in with For the Youth and Cooperr interview. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment, let us know who you want to see on this next. And with that being said,
I'm
we're
finna fuck up this pizza.
fuck up that pizza.